seems a long, long time ago that it was midsummer and Martin arrived at my door to go fishing.
Come on, Mr. Yates, we're going fishing.
Martin, I'll be right down.
See you in a minute. Come on.
Will you take that? I'll take this.
Why you brought an umbrella?
Have you seen the forecast?
Oh, it's lovely.
You wait.
Trees fallen down here, Chris. Must have been in a storm a couple of days
It's
ago.
that gale we had last night.
Watch you don't snap that old rod.
I'm
Hey?
not going to snap any cane today. Well, unless I snap it on a carp.
The first swim we came to was in the corner of the dam where the overspill is. There's a fallen tree. It looked a good spot. The water's deep there. There were bubbles and the sound of the overspill was perfect for masking my arrival.
Don't you want a nice pellet?
You and your pellet. I'm sure the pellet's going to work.
Well, that's your head gilly.
But the big one is going to know what pellets are.
Right.
And they don't know what prawns are. They just
So
know
this
that
is going to be a big one.
they just know that they're tasty and they like the smell of them. But
I'll
they're
take
not-
this catching
they're-
anyone.
They're not suspicious of them at all. Right, just whop this one out.
Do you think I should be setting this landing net up? Are you that confident?
No, it'll be, if you can set the landing net, but when I hook the fish, no, wait, because it's going to be at least an hour before I land it.
You're obviously not that confident. Right, I'll put this down now.
I could tell Martin was getting impatient, and after a little while he said he was going to go off and see if he could find somewhere better. But I was content to wait because the fish were nearby and there's always a chance.
Fishing with Chris is a complete and utter disaster. But that is exactly what makes it special. He's like my sensei, my Zen master. I'm by nature very excitable, almost on edge all the time. It's just the way I am. But with Chris, he has this way of just toning me down a little bit, so I could probably feel what normal people are like. But yeah, he just tones everything down. You can almost pick up on his calmness. And that's why I always say he's a Zen master of, some would say laziness, but I would say calmness.
There was a couple of little dabs on the float, and then the bubbles came up and I didn't take it.
After a while, Martin came back with a sparkle in his eye. He'd obviously found something.
No, they're here, but they're not on the bait. They're just.
You haven't got that silly prawn still on, have you?
No, I'm using a pellet now. They ignored the prawn, but I've given them a little bit of a taste. I was given some ground bait, but
I found some
yeah.
on the top, and there's some fizzing going up right in that top corner. So if we went round that way,
Yeah.
it might be worth chucking in a bit of bait, yeah, and then we can.
What, more than one feeding
Oh, yeah,
fish?
there's more than one feed.
More than one. That's what
Guaranteed. You're definitely going to
Yeah, no,
catch Chris.
I mean they will be here, but let's. I'll just chuck a little bit of.
You know me, I'm always rushing.
Yeah, I just so that when we come back, they'll be here again, and then give them a bit more time.
Yeah, there's a few feeding there. And you've got a float on there.
And a stick, look. Float and a stick. And the pellet's still there. This is I'm well loaded today. Normally I've only got one bag. But
That got all the cake in.
this has got the cake in and the biscuits.
Yeah, top corner, Chris.
Right, let's go. Let's go and find your fish.
It's just up that bank, Chris.
This lake we're fishing at the moment, I've known it a long time, and why I really love it is because it's one of the most intimate waters I've fished. It's even more intimate than Redmire, I think, because it's about the same size as Redmire, interestingly. Same sort of acreage, but it's not as deep. But yeah, as soon as you're into the valley and then you're in through the trees and then suddenly the water's there. It's almost, when I first began to fish, it was always a surprise to find it there, because you can't see it from either side as you're walking towards it, coming down the valley. So that atmosphere that it creates is very powerful, and I've always responded to that. And then of course you've got the carp, and it's just really carp. There are other fish. There's perch, eels, and that's about it. And some of the fish that I've seen there have been, truly wonderful. And I think probably the most beautiful carp I've ever caught have come from this lake, and I fished it for over 30 years now, I think. So I've known it for a long time, but I've never overstayed my welcome, and I'm always very careful not to spoil it by visiting it too much. In fact, the more infrequent I visit it, the better it is. So I some seasons I'll only go once or twice. It sounds perhaps hard to believe, but I wait for the conditions to be absolutely perfect, and then I'll go, and then I know I'll get the best out of it. I don't always catch a fish. I've had many blanks, but there's never a complete blank, because because it's a fairly shallow water. You can always find something happening somewhere, and that's the exciting thing. So yeah, it's a special place with a special atmosphere. It does have an authentic magic about it. Three minutes.
To catch one. What bad line you got?
10. Yeah, but it's. I've never used more than 10 here. I've never ever lost a fish through the line strength.
Don't say that.
I've lost a few with the hook coming off, but
is he still there?
It wouldn't be much. On this rod I can't use more than 12, really.
They just know.
I keep seeing the odd. You can see that just now and again you just see a bit of a bow wave, but they're not charging about. They're not clouding up, and they're not really bubbling. But that's because it's nearly time for tea. Despite the fact that there were fish in the swim that Martin found, we could see them, but after a while they just started to drift off because of the breeze. I'm sure it was the breeze blowing up to the top of the pool, so we decided to follow them. We get a carp and then we have tea and cake, and then I can watch you get one.
I think I need to go and lay down before that, Chris. Recover. Come on, let's go and get one.
All right, let's get into position and see if we can't tempt something. The great thing when you found a carp that is feeding and you manage to get your bait sort of within distance, maybe just drawing it in over where the bubbles are, I think that's the peak, because then the float is being knocked about, the line's being touched, brushed, and you're poised, you're waiting, you know you're not going to strike until that float really goes, and then when it goes, it's a wonderful moment of impact, and it's that sudden contact in something that seemed so kind of tantalising and yet so distant, and suddenly you're there right with it.
Got it! About bloody time. Now don't bloody lose it. Fantastic.
It took a while.
Looked quite a big fish when it went off.
Yeah, it's a 20, I think. I don't know what's happened. I can't whine. There's a loop. There's a loop. I've got a loop round it. That's amazing. It's all right. It's all right.
Is the reel still working?
Yeah, no, it's I've got a loop. I don't know how it's happened.
Still there?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, please.
Yeah, the line's gone round the reel seat. That's what the trouble is.
So if that tears off in a minute,
It'll be all right.
that'll just hit the reel seat.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Get rid of. I'd put the net in the water now. I think I'll probably be able to just tease him over in a minute.
Ah, he's a nice fish, nice big common.
You're gonna have to get him.
All right. No.
Here he comes. Here he comes. This time.
Oh no, he's under the wood.
It's all right. I got him.
Keep pulling it. Yes! We got him.
Put it there, man.
Oh, well done.
He's only just woken up now.
Look at that. Well done, mate.
Well spotted, mate.
Now that is a wonderful fish, Chris.
You are a beauty. Nicely taken in the bottom. There you go.
A splendid fish, sir.
And
Look at that gnarly old dorsal.
yeah, it's been through a few sort of spawning frenzies, isn't it? Through the trees, you can see.
Yeah, and look,
Yeah.
tail.
Yeah, but a fantastic looking fish all the same.
Oh, it's absolutely.
Yeah, maybe. Had
Look
a
at
bit
that, make him look even better. Well done, mate.
Yeah, that's got to be 25, I reckon.
I shouldn't take the mick out of you anymore, should I? And you're flown.
And Dick Walker would be really happy that his old rod's still working well, sort of bending nicely. And Leany would be delighted too that his reel is still in action. Still,
Great moment, eh?
Yeah, beautiful fish. And well spotted, because it's when you sneaked off there. Just have a look up the
Team
up the
effort.
bank. Yeah, right. We'll put him back. Gently does it. Gently
Watch
down.
you don't go in.
Let's clear away the debris. And now I name this carp Conquer. Bless all who sail with her. Or him. I think it might be a male, you know. Off you go. Off you go now.
I'll pull the mat.
Yeah, you slip the mat from up. That's how I like to see them go.
Time for cake.
Yeah, time for cake. Look at the. Look at the trail of bubbles. I'm a bit dripping. I'm a bit of dripping.
After a fish, especially such a lovely fish, there's only one thing I think you have to do, and that's celebrate with a cup of tea.
So are you putting your carp down to skill or luck?
I don't care. I don't care. It could have been skill, it could have been luck, it could have been. No, it was a blessing from Isaac. That's what it was, and it's made the day really. It sort of well, it started the day off as it should have started off at the very beginning.
I love it when that float it was so slow, wasn't it?
Everything was slow. Yeah,
Just
it was all
steady.
quite serene, and even when it took off and I realised that my line was limited to 50 yards, I thought it's going to be all right. Keep it nice and quiet.
Was that intentional? You
Don't-
wrapped it around your reel?
Yeah, yeah. I thought it's always good to limit yourself a bit. Otherwise, it's just not fun. You know, you've got to have a bit of
Two cups
drama.
of tea for you, Chris. I'll stick to my cider.
Oh, does that mean that I have to have both cups?
Yeah, I think you
God,
need it for all the energy.
I mean,
you've
this is a
expelled.
two-man, so automatically, I automatically make 2 cups because it's a two-man Kelly. So, oh, that's nice.
Well, we should toast it, really, your carp, shouldn't we?
yeah, yeah.
We'll
Yes.
put your milk in and we'll do a toast to conquer, eh?
Kelly, let's just wait, wait.
Hey,
Just
hey,
wait a
hey.
second, just to give it.
Oh, that's your spoon, is it?
You've got to give it a little bit of a You've got to give it a few seconds to draw. That's what my granny said. You've got to let tea draw in the pot for 4 minutes. But we don't need 4 minutes. I've got 2 bags. Earl Grey
Earl Grey and PG
and
Tips.
PG Tip.
That's a secret combo.
Yeah.
I won't tell anyone, all right?
No, don't. It's the secret of my success.
Here's to conquer.
Here's to conquer. And thank you for your essential gillying. It was
You're most welcome.
brilliantly done. So
Now,
I
shut
couldn't-
up,
I couldn't
shut
have done
up
it-
and get the cake out.
I couldn't have done it without you. Oh, the cake. Yeah. This is the ultimate now. I mean,
This was your cake maker.
it's not every day that my cake maker comes out with a
No, that's
cake
finely wrapped.
wrapped in brown paper. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Oh, ready cut. Ready cut. That's very even.
Oh, is that my half,
That's your half there, and this is my half here.
Cheers,
Beautiful. Great. Well,
Surely, that weighs a ton.
we'll be here for the next hour and a half, maybe.
I think I'll just break a bit off.
Very pleasurable hour and a half.
Very nice.
Good texture. It's substantial, but not too heavy.
We eat all this. We will need a sleep.
You could probably live off this cake. As long as you're living by a carp lake, you could live quite happily for a month on this cake. As long as you had plenty of tea. But of course you don't like tea.
I've got plenty of cider. I'll be all right.
I don't know how you can cope with
Well, it's
the
a
world.
summer's afternoon. Well, not much of a summer's afternoon, but
No, it is the perfect summer afternoon if you're carp fishing. Slightly overcast, rain early.
what we're going to
bubbles.
do next? After this,
You've got to catch a carp now.
shall we have a sleep first? No, frisbee.
No.
Or carp?
No, I think a doze.
A doze and then a carp.
Yeah, because it's still only a little while after midday, so plenty of time. Yeah, an afternoon siesta in the shade of the tree, and then maybe a bit of frisbee, and then another carp. But it's your carp next.
Perfect.
The first fish of the day is always the most important, because once you've caught it, then you can relax and get on with the rest of the drama. But the first one is because until you catch it, if they're refusing me, I start to think that I'm never ever going to catch another fish again as long as I live. If I keep getting chances and nothing's happening.
I did get that feeling myself this morning. Chris.
Watching me cast into the trees. Right, well I'm I'm just going to make myself comfortable.
Just 30 winks, eh?
Yeah, 30? No. The number is 40.
I'm going to move your cake. Get more comfy myself.
As long as you don't try and eat my cake.
Right.
I'll see you in about half an hour when I've finished my tea and had a bit of a doze. Sweet dreams.
It's more of a nightmare when you're involved, Chris. I love summer stalking. It just brings you closer to nature. The intimacy of it, unlike with a bite alarm, you're not so connected. You're really, really connected, and you're hunting. You're not setting traps. You're trying to creep into position, trying to stop the carp from sensing that you're there, and that's the key element. If the carp doesn't know you're there, you're 90% of the way there, and you're almost eyeballing the fish and trying to sink into nature, trying to hide, use it as a camouflage. And that moment when your heart's pumping, and I feel nervous as anything after all these years. The adrenaline's still pumping. I can still feel it. It's amazing, really. It's a bug, a drug that I would never want to give up. I always like that connection, that real close connection that stalking brings, and the summertime offers that to me. Hold it back. Perfect. Now, let's see what happens. Little weight is on the bottom, and all hell is going to break loose. That goes off. This is exciting. Gotta be soaking. I didn't think I had much of an option then. It must have been over his back. I think when you're really close to carp, you can sense what they're about. You can almost feel what kind of a character they are if you watch them closely. Some are a bit busy, some are lazy and greedy, but you're never going to feel that by casting towards the horizon on a bite alarm. And I know it sounds a bit twee and romantic, but that's surely what angling's about. It's surely about hunting the fish, learning about the fish, seeing the fish, knowing what the prize could be. And if you can possibly find it by getting close to that froth of bubbles and casting your bait into it, there is no better form of carp fishing. Good job, Chris is sleeping. Hey.
some of my sweet chickpeas, which will drive them mad by the time the sun goes down. I'm just going to leave it and let it go.
Just get ready
See
for
what
the night.
happens. How did you get on? Did you find anything?
No, I didn't find anything.
Nothing.
It didn't even make a cast.
It's been. Oh look, there's a carp. It's been quite quiet here, but I think they're going to start moving soon.
Oh, look, another one down there. See?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Nice, big.
yeah.
I'm going to nip down now.
Okay,
Get ready for the night. Do some proper fishing.
exactly. Yeah, I'll see you at dawn.
All right, mate. You be lucky.
Yeah, good luck. Fishing with Martin is a pain. It's, you know, he's always sort of asking me for bits of tackle and wanting me to show him where the fish are, and having to hold his hand sometimes when it gets dark, and you know, Martin, you know that's not true. It's always fascinating. That's the word I'd say, fishing with Martin, and we always get on really well, although we're completely different characters, and our approach to fishing is completely different, and yet we immediately kind of, you know, we get into a rhythm sort of straight away, and we both catch fish. You know, we maybe one will catch more than the other. Sometimes the other one will blank, and yet we're fishing in a completely different way, and the conditions can be quite hard. You know, and it's been a real challenge. But it's nice to rise to the challenge together. You know, we can compare notes, and so we kind of. You know, it's like we collaborate sometimes, and yet we know that we're both going to be doing different things when we get down to the actual fishing. So, but he's probably one of the best anglers I've ever met in my life, and I've lived quite a long time, and he's a wonderful character and a wonderful angler. We're in July now, late July, so the nights are beginning to noticeably lengthen. But they're still not that long. But summer nights on a carp lake are, you know, it's something that I've always enjoyed. I don't necessarily fish so much at night now, but I will still enjoy. I'll stop fishing at last light, or I might fish up to midnight maybe, then reel in. But when I'm sleeping now, I want to sleep. I don't want to be disturbed, and I like to then think of the dawn and think that that's when the fish are going to start moving. So I won't sleep for long, just 2 or 3 hours, and then I want to wake up and see the stars dissolving one by one, see the moon going down, and then wait for that first crash or the first, you know, cluster of bubbles or a bow wave, and then suddenly that's when the day starts, not when the sun comes up. I'm not going to fish the night. I'm going to wait for the dawn. I've had my fish today. That's left me very satisfied. Just roll out the bag on my Barbour trench coat, so it's very waterproof. I do have a brolly in case it rains, but I think it won't. And I really like looking up at the stars when I'm falling asleep, just before I fall asleep. Let me just test this. I think this is going to be a very comfortable swim to spend the night. Oh yes, oh yeah, nice clear opening in the branches there. I can see the sky when it clears. In fact, I am extremely comfortable now. Having been up before sunrise, I could probably fall asleep right this second, but I'll just slowly doze myself off. And I'll probably be in this exact same position come sunrise. It was a quiet night. It was a warm night. I dozed off maybe midnight and was awoken by an unbelievable splash, maybe just 30 yards out. A fish must have come up to its tail before it fell sideways. And rain in the night. I was a bit surprised, but I had my vintage brolly, which must be 50 years old and still waterproof. It's got a few holes in it, but yeah, I had it next to me, so I just popped it up and went back to sleep. And then it was very warm then, and I thought we were going to get a bit of a downpour, maybe even some thunder. It felt quite close, and then suddenly you could feel the pressure lift and the sky cleared completely just before dawn when the sun came up. So it was beautiful dawn, and I woke up about sunrise and crept around to see if there was anything up in the shallows, a little bit further down. Nothing. But when I came back, there was the odd bubble just here, where, of course, while I'd been away, so I put a few chickpeas out, and now the rod is there waiting. But I'm not too bothered if they don't come back for a while. I'm just very peaceably taking in the dawn, taking in the morning. It's been a very pleasant last 24 hours.
Well, I didn't get much sleep last night. I had tufty after tufty after tufty descend on this lake. I don't know where they came from, and my indicators didn't stop pulling up and down. But I kept at it, and I've got 2 carp I caught just before daylight, and I've got them rested up there so I can have a good look at them. They're not massive, but it's brilliant. Finally made connection myself with the lake. So I might be tired, but it's all good at the moment.
Morning, Martin.
Ah, you survived.
Yes, of course I did. It was a little damp when the rain came, but I have a brolly, not as good as yours, but it was good enough.
I had a little chuckle when I felt the rain coming down. Did you catch anything?
No, I didn't put a rod out. I just
You put a rod
no,
out?
I wanted a nice, calm, unbroken night. But it was broken because I heard the crashing of carp.
Well, there was a lot of crashing. A lot of it was tufted ducks. I don't know where they all came from. There was a swarm on me, but I kept going, and just before first light, I had 2 carp.
Brilliant. Well done.
And I've kept them to show you because I knew you wouldn't believe me.
No, of course I wouldn't. No, I mean,
You'd think I was only a gilly. I'll get in the water. I'll show you them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pull them out, so I'll just
they'll be lively.
lift them up. Yeah, they'll be lively, but at least you get to see them, Chris. Here's the first one. Come to me. Come and see Mr. Yates. You know what's going to happen here, don't you, Chris?
It'll explode.
And I'll ask the question of myself, why did I keep these to show you?
Well, it's always nice to. It's like when we were younger. Remember how wonderful it was when you had a keep net. When you had a keep net, it was just nice to see the fish again at the end of the day.
Come on, Mr. Carp. Oh,
Oh, nice fish. Lovely.
what will you give me?
I didn't get much of a view of it, but it was a nice common.
Trust me, there was a carp there, Chris.
It nutmegged you. Beautiful nutmeg.
Right. Let me have a better attempt at the second one, Chris?
Yeah.
It was a lovely common.
And it was that lovely old gold colour. It was beautiful.
Right.
Good.
Now-
Well, I believe you caught one fish in the night, and this is the confirmation that you might have had a brace. Unless there's...
I'll
Maybe
try my-
it's done a Houdini on you.
I'll try my best not to be nutmegged. Might have a feeling. That's it.
Is this a slightly bigger one?
This is a bigger one. Oh, dear me.
Oh yes, yes, he is bigger.
Right.
Oh, nice fish. I'm getting wetter now than I got wet all night. This is crazy. Calm down. It's going to pull me in. If I hold and sling.
Right. Let me try and
Lift
it so I get one
Oh,
moment.
that's lovely. That's a beautiful fish. Lovely proportion.
Oh. Right. Just
Well done. No, I won't even attempt to say goodbye. Just say goodbye.
there you go. Look at that. That's beautiful though, isn't
That
it?
is lovely. I love that sheen and the way that gradation from that dark to that lovely pale gold down on the bottom of the flank.
I love
Fabulous
that fish.
And in a few years' time, that's going to be
wrong way.
No, wrong way. That's going to be a 30-pounder.
Yeah. And that was born and bred in this lake. And it's time to go back. There you go.
Well done.
Cheers,
Well
Chris.
done.
I
Good
think it's
brace.
time we...
Made a cup of tea.
Yeah. Well, I'm soaked.
I felt the best way for Martin to dry off was to have a bit of a frisbee session in the sunny field the other side of the trees. But what he didn't know was I'm a bit of a frisbee freak.
I think the lake needs a rest now.
Definitely. It's a bit of commotion. They all know we're here now. So
But we don't need a rest, we need exercise.
we need exercise. Yeah, we've been sitting around waiting
And feeding me cake.
and
We'll
drinking
work it off.
and drinking tea. And now we need a bit of frisbee. Okay, Martin. A gentle one to begin with. Oh yes. Oh what? I'll try and land it on your head in a second. Look at this. Oh, what a catch! It's coming round. It's going away. Oh. Oh, good catch. And into the nettles with him, and almost into the lake. Well, I think after that it's time for a little siesta.
No, I've got something even more lazy. Carp fishing.
Okay.
Once he'd got his breath back and we'd given the lake a little while to calm down, Martin felt it was definitely time for him to catch a fish. And this time, I was going to be Gilly.
What have you seen? There's a nice common down off this point under the tree. So I'm going to sneak down there. It's been fizzing up. I've seen the tail waving. So it's worth going down there. You coming?
Definitely. It's my turn to be Gilly.
There you go. Happen there then. Yeah. Let's go. It's just down for you. I couldn't see anything there when I came there.
Yeah, I can see a good fish. There's a really good fish. I think it might be your common.
Where is
It's
it?
about 20 many yards out, but I can't see him now. Big, dark, fat shape.
Definitely fish around here.
Yeah. There's definitely movement.
What's that to that left? I don't know what all these flies are after us for.
Yeah, they're just hay flies. They're all right. They're not.
I thought they thought it was dead meat.
No.
Rotting flesh.
They're not going to bite you. They just. Oh, look, there's a good tail pattern there. Can you look to the left?
Put a little mesh bag on.
Yeah, I thought.
I thought that might focus.
But that's completely over the top. I think those swans had cleared anything that was there before. So I will allow it this time.
Too high tech. All I want now is to cock and sail off, don't we?
They're definitely in the vicinity, but as you say, they're not actually stopping and really truffling properly there.
There'll be a window of opportunity today, I feel. At the moment, we're trying to like force an opportunity.
Yeah.
But I sense once the sun sinks down a bit, there will be multiple opportunities.
Martin, I can see a really big patch of bubbles right down, not quite where the stream comes in, but it's close. I'm going to go and investigate. Okay.
Right.
If they establish that as the main feeding area, I'll come and get you.
Good man. Right, Chris. What have you seen?
We're moving.
Oh,
Come on. I can't believe I can't see one.
are you sure?
They were just swarming in this area, and all this was it was a bubble bath. I don't believe it.
Yeah, Chris.
They are not.
Do you want to borrow my glasses?
When it's completely in shadow in another hour and a half, I think we should come back. Let's give it a break till then. Or you can give it a break.
Do you want to grab that?
I will continue to be your dodgy gilly.
Take my net and sharpen the hook.
I'd make you a cup of tea, but you like coffee.
With the carp spooked, we felt it was a good moment to withdraw, get the steam engine going, have some tea and cake.
So what's your plan later, Chris?
Well, I was hoping to get one on the top. I was honestly hoping to catch a fish. I've never caught a fish from this lake on the surface, and they looked as if they were, they would have taken a bait on the top about an hour ago, 2 hours ago, but now they've all gone. And I missed my opportunity. It seems to be a day of missed opportunities all day.
Are we taking this very serious?
We're not taking it seriously
I
enough.
think we need to wait until the sun goes down and then up our game.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree.
I mean, the pressure's on you as the icon of carp fishing.
Okay, that's too much of a burden. I don't think I could
The
cope.
very essence of carping.
No, I couldn't cope with that kind of label.
I can actually smell the essence of carp coming from you, Chris.
No, I've got. I spend too much time now chasing perch and crucian carp. They're more my preferred game now most of the time. I mean, I do still like the carp, but I don't spend as much time as I mean, I used to be a total carper, but I'm not anymore. Although while I'm carp fishing, I am a total carper. I think you've got to be completely involved in whatever game you're in, otherwise you're not doing it right. You need to get to the essence of whatever it is you're doing and shut out the rest of the world.
I might creep back up onto them shallows later and try and catch on a float. I'm sure if I put the leads out, I'd get another bite. But
No, you don't want to do that. It's so boring. You need to keep it simple and keep
So am I banned
keep moving and
bite alarms.
No more bite alarms. Float only.
And what are you going to do? Free line a prawn?
Yeah, free line of prawn, and put on some silver paper bite indicator, but that's a civilized bite indicator, because only I will hear it, but I do love the sound of silver paper as the line starts to hiss through it.
So that's the mission. At least one of us has got to catch. I've got to catch on a float, and
Yeah,
you've got to catch on silver foil and a prawn.
Prawn on the foil. Prawn on the
Okay.
foil, that's fine. Yeah, I'm
Are
happy.
you up for the challenge?
I'm happy with that. Good luck. See you at dawn. See you at sunrise.
Well, I'm hoping to get mine at sunset and then relax for the night and go to sleep.
Yeah, we've got another 4 hours, I reckon. Actually, there's a chance of a fish on the foil before the sun goes down, so maybe it'll all be over before dark, and then we can go off to the pub.
Well, I'm going to leave you to all this smoke because I've got a float to set up, all right?
Okay.
I'll catch you a bit later. Have you got any foil?
Have I got any foil?
Good man. I'll catch you later, Chris.
Good luck.
When we got back to the pool, it had definitely calmed down, but there was also a sense of expectation. So it seemed a good idea to split up, fish 2 different swims, and wait for the evening to come in. There were definitely fish moving off the dam wall, but once again the swim was being unresponsive. And because the wind was still blowing up to the top of the pool, I decided that was the place to be. So I picked up my gear, went off up the pool, past Martin, who gave me a sign that fish were very much in the place he'd chosen. When I arrived at the top of the pool, it didn't take long before I realised that that was the place to be.
We're in Weechie now, and now there's a couple of fish feeding down here. I've had to make a little bit of disturbance to get the bait in, but not too much, not like a heavy lead landing. So I can't see any sign at the moment. They might have just drifted off, but I'm sure they'll come back. You can just feel the lakes come alive. Although the sun's sunk, it's the complete opposite. People feel everything's going to sleep, but nature's just waking up. You can actually feel it waking up. The light's going though. It's a race against time. Hopefully, if I don't get one, Chris is further down the bay and he'll get one. If not, we're going to go to bed with a carp winning.
Eel. It's got to be an eel. Damn.
I think Chris is messing around with snakes. You can't take him anywhere.
God, look at that tangle. Thank goodness for that. He's gone.
With the light fading, our floats becoming invisible, and only an eel to show for our efforts, I felt it was time to call it a day.
How'd you do?
Well, I don't know if better or worse than you. I see you're buggering around with snakes.
For about 5 seconds, I thought that the snake was a good carp because it was deep in the mud and I saw the bubbles, and then suddenly I had that throb, 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 and you could feel it
I
swaying.
saw the serpent swaying.
It was a
on the
real
surface.
serpent. It was
I had
a
little
good eel.
chuckle.
And it eventually got me around a snag right under the rod tip. And
So you lost it?
Yeah, but I got my hook back, so I didn't want to wrestle with it on the bank. Oh, it was a good one.
There was 2 carp by me, but they were tricky. They kept coming round, having a little sup and then leave. So.
But that's what they've been doing all day, just coming and looking and thinking, no.
We're down, but we're not out. The carp won today,
Yeah.
but tomorrow will be our day.
Tomorrow will be a better day.
I think it's time for bed.
I think it's time for tea and then bed.
We woke before dawn to find the pool shrouded in a light mist, and it wasn't long before Martin found some fish to cast to. By mid-morning, and with nothing happening, Martin felt it was time to go back to the swim he'd been fishing the previous evening, while I was just happy sitting on the dam, catching up with my diary. Well, I think the fish have now abandoned this corner of the lake, and it's been an hour now. There's not a single bubble, not a single ripple, so I'm going to reel in. And it must be almost time for 11s. So that's what's going to happen now. Of course, when my back's turned, they'll all move in again. With Martin creeping about, hoping to find a fish somewhere, I decided to swap the pen for the Kelly, make a cup of tea, and then even Martin felt that it was probably a good idea to withdraw completely and let the pool settle. Refreshed from our tea, we headed back to the lake with high hopes.
I've yet to have it where there's a bubbler on me. I'm sure. Well, no, I tell a lie. Down the bottom, I had that chance. Just line bite. But other than that, it's been so tricky to get one to actually feed. Just not getting their heads down. I'm hoping there's just a trigger and they just, like with Chris's fish.
It wasn't long back in my swim before the water was gently rocking around my float, and I knew contact was about to be made. Yeah.
What's happened, Chris?
I'm stuck on the bloody...
Oh no!
It's all right, I'm fine.
Is he coming?
Yeah, it's coming. There's the float. There's the fish. He's right in the middle of that lot, look.
Oh no.
It's all right.
Still there?
Yeah, he's still there. Come on. Hold the rod a minute.
Yeah. Is he there?
No, I don't think he is. No, I don't think he can be. He hasn't taken any line from that. Let's see if I can get a kind of sway going. Yes, coming for to carry me home. So in love.
I'm broken, Chris. I'm
Coming
broken.
for to carry me home. Oh God. Oh, it's not. No, it's definitely gone.
Are we putting this down to another
Yeah.
Yates and Bowler
Yeah.
disaster?
Disaster. That's
Do you want me to launch this old rod in now?
yeah. Just break it over your knee and chuck it in.
Oh, never mind, Chris. Always next time, eh?
I think it's definitely time for lunch or tea, or actually something a bit stronger really after that.
Maybe even home.
No, one more cast, please.
No matter what the situation is, if it goes wrong, it's still a positive. Chris can still draw a positive out of losing a fish, because he would say, yeah, but we lost that fish, and that fish will go down and tell its grandma that there's some bait up the top end, and we'll end up catching the biggest fish. And the cup isn't half full, it's brimming over. And that's why I love fishing with Mr. Yates.
After a loss like that one, there was only one thing to do: pull my cap over my eyes and let the sound of the inflow wash me away into my dreams.
One underneath them tree roots. And I've got a bait, I believe, right on the edge of it. Yes! Chris! Hear me, Chris? Come on. Oh, I feel it rubbing on something. Come on. Great. Oh, there you are.
No. Would you like me to stab you now? Do you want me to push you in?
Unfortunately, it's true that losses are just part of the fabric of all fishing, and it's only through losses that you can really appreciate those special catches. Speaking of which, I wonder where Martin is now. I bet he's out there somewhere, still trying to catch a carp even though it's a cold winter's night. Mad fool.
But sometimes, just sometimes, it's worthwhile.